today. And thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libtor. We have a lot to get to on this Monday. First, let's get a check of your Storm Tracker 2 forecast. And for that, we turn to the Weather Center with meteorologist Hannah Evans. And Hannah, what are you tracking today over here in the Weather Center?
So we are starting out with heavier lake effect snow that's just north of us this morning, but it looks to come south into the Mohawk Valley this afternoon, and then it will linger a little bit before drying out tonight.
So this morning, just some light snowflakes down here.
Yes, especially in Smith Hill, we did see a little bit of accumulation, so definitely be careful driving through any areas of snow. And let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Just looking a little bit closer as to where the snow is here this morning. This heavier band of dark blue is kind of just north of Rome and Utica. It's in the Boonville area, northern Oneida County. It did fall quite a lot in the Old Forge area in Lewis County yesterday and overnight. We also do see a few snowflakes just kind of lingering around, especially down into Madison and Otsego County this morning. But this blue band will shift south throughout the afternoon and evening, and then the snow looks to come to an end tonight to cloudy skies. So here's our snowfall forecast. This went into effect last night and stays into effect tonight. We are looking at the heaviest of snow to fall in the Tug Hill region, with 6 to 12 inches in the Boonville, Old Forge area, 2 to 6 inches right around it, and a trace to 2 for south of the Mohawk Valley. So that is the total snowfall forecast through tonight. So definitely just be careful when you are driving around today, because lake effect snow will continue causing slippery conditions on the roadways. It is going to be dry starting tonight through tomorrow and Wednesday, with our next storm system moving through Thursday afternoon and into Friday. We will keep an eye out on that. We are tracking it at this point. So for the rest of today, expect light snow to start this morning. It does get a little bit heavier throughout the day. It will be a little bit breezy as well. I will be talking a little bit more about the snowfall coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, because of the cold temperature, is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, because of the cold temperatures, a Code Blue alert has been put into place across the state. Code Blue is issued whenever temperatures drop below the freezing mark. That's not including the wind chill. Now, the Code Blue means area shelters are open during the overnight hours and throughout the day. This is the list of shelters listed here in our area that will be open 24/7 for those in need of getting out of the cold. And here's something many are sounding.
Welcome back. We are starting out with some snowfall, especially up north this morning, and it does look to shift south into the Mohawk Valley throughout the day. So I would definitely just be careful for any snowy spots on sidewalks and on roadways. Driving up Smith Hill this morning, there already was a little bit of snow accumulation. Anything that goes untreated will probably turn icy tonight and for tomorrow morning, as we do drop into the 20s overnight. So anything untreated will ice over. So just be careful of any icy spots tonight and tomorrow morning. So for today, definitely a lot of snow is falling up north. Our skywatchers from Old Forge already have over 10 inches of lake effect fluff. That does look to shift south, but we look to get a couple of inches here, not as much as they did get up north. And we will dry out tonight for tomorrow and Wednesday. Our next storm system does look to move in Thursday. At this point, it does look like mixed precipitation that will turn into rain into Friday. We are just keeping an eye out on it, but probably going to be seeing more rain rather than snow on Thursday. So for today and tomorrow, we do look to remain overcast with a few breaks in those clouds coming in Wednesday. And then we do turn cloudy once again on Thursday as our next low pressure system approaches us. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. This just into the news.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies and a few snow flurries in the Mohawk Valley this morning, with heavier snow falling to the north. Let's take a look now at the CAVI tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Once again, cloudy skies, but shouldn't have too many problems traveling this morning. But if you are traveling to the north or any areas of higher elevation, snowfall is definitely possible, with the heaviest of snow falling to the north at this point. And we are starting out a bit chilly. Temperatures are ranging in the 20s. We have 29 degrees in Dowdesville, Little Falls, in Utica, and in Whitesboro. And looking to the south, we have 28 degrees in Cooperstown, Hamilton, Sherburne, and Norwich here this morning. So here's our snowfall forecast. This went into effect last night when the snow started, and it stays into effect until tonight. The heaviest of that snow is going to fall in the Tug Hill region, with around 6 to 12 inches in the Boonville, Old Forge area, so north of the Mohawk Valley, 2 to 6 inches right around it, and a trace to 2 for the rest of us. We did wake up this morning to a trace in the Mohawk Valley and some other other places, even driving up Smith Hill, about an inch of snow as I was driving in this morning. So definitely just be careful when driving around at all today. It is lake effect snow, so it is light and fluffy, not heavy and wet like that snow we did see on Friday. So heading out the door this morning, definitely probably need the defroster on for areas of frost and a little bit of light snow accumulation on it. There also is a few light snow showers out at this point, with the heaviest of snow falling north. So here's the lake effect snow band at this point. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The heavier band was falling up north and now has started to shift a little bit into the northern part of the Mohawk Valley, including Boomville, just north of Rome, with some snow showers just around it. This will continue to shift south throughout the day, and it does look to reach the Mohawk Valley around noon to 1 p.m. and then will come to an end as it continues to shift south. So as we can see here, the wind is coming from the west, but as it does change, that band will shift south, and we will be dried out by tonight, but it will shift south before it does come to an end. So the National Weather Service does have lake effect snow warnings in effect for northern Herkimer, Lewis, and northern Oneida County due to that heavy lake effect snow. And we do have a winter weather advisory in effect until 7 p.m. for the rest of Oneida County, the rest of Herkimer County, and Hamilton County, just due to a couple of inches of accumulation possible. So on our skycast, we can see that heavy snow band is falling in basically northern Oneida County right now. It looks to shift south around noon, maybe a little bit after. We can see here it's in the Mohawk Valley, shifts all the way south, and just after dinner time looks to come to an end. This is 8 p.m. We will see dry conditions overnight with the low just around 20 degrees. And as for tomorrow, cloudy skies do take over, but it is going to be dry. So for the rest of today, expect a few lake effect snow showers this morning, but it does get heavier for the Mohawk Valley later this afternoon before it does come to an end after dinner. It's going to be breezy, and tonight we will be dried out overnight. So tomorrow and Wednesday we will be dry, with our next storm system looking to come in Thursday afternoon through Friday due to a cold front and a low pressure system, Gary.
So a lot to look ahead to this week. It's going to be a tumultuous week here during Christmas week.
Yes, especially Thursday, Friday, and then it lingers a little bit into Saturday, but good thing is that it looks to dry out for Christmas, so that should be good.
That's for sure. Hannah, thank you. Well, the time now is 5:23 still. I'm Gary Libator. A lot to get to with the chance of snow, though. We want to get right to that forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center. And Hannah, I know you were mentioning that it most likely will start later this afternoon.
Yes, we are seeing the heaviest of snow falling north this morning. It will shift south for us around this afternoon. I would say around noon. It looks to shift south. We will get a couple of inches before it comes to an end tonight. So we are just tracking a few lake effect snow showers today. Let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, we are going to look at the heaviest of snow band. This is that dark blue color. It was falling north for most of the night last night in the Old Forge area. Now it has shifted a little bit just north of Rome. We are seeing it's in Florence, Trenton at this point. It does look to shift south later today to get a couple of inches of accumulation for the Mohawk Valley and south of the Mohawk Valley, but otherwise we are going to start out mostly dry this morning. A few areas of on and off light snow showers for the Mohawk Valley. Our total snowfall forecast went into effect last night and it goes through tonight. The heaviest of snow falling in the Tug Hill region, 6 to 12 inches just around it, including Boomville and Old Forge, then 2 to 6 inches around that, and a trace to 2 for the southern valleys, and this is for the till tonight. So definitely keep that in mind and just be careful when driving around today. We are seeing some areas of accumulation on roadways, especially in higher elevations this morning. The lake effect snow does look to continue today. We do dry out tonight, and for tomorrow and Wednesday with our next storm system coming in later in the day on Thursday and into Friday, we are keeping an eye out on that. But at this point, it looks like it is going to be more rain rather than some snow. So for today, expect a few snow flurries for the Mohawk Valley to start. Then we will be seeing heavier snow looking to come in. I will be talking a little bit more about this snowfall coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast, never more than 10 minutes away. Well, we told you last half hour that the January 6th committee will hold.
Welcome back. This morning we are tracking a few bands of lake effect snow. The heaviest band is falling just north of the Utica Rome area. It is falling from the northwest, kind of towards the southeast. It does look to shift south later today, bringing in a couple of inches in the Mohawk Valley and south before coming to an end tonight. We can also see a few lighter bands producing on and off lake effect snow showers south of the Mohawk Valley towards the Cooperstown area into Otsego County. So for today, for Hanukkah, the forecast looks to be in the 30s for the high temperature, right near 30 degrees, and it does look like we are going to continue to see lake effect snow throughout the day before it does come to an end tonight. So I would just be careful when driving around. This morning up north and in areas of higher elevations, we are seeing a few snow showers. It does look to shift south into the Mohawk Valley this afternoon and tonight before it does clear out overnight tonight into tomorrow, and then everything should be fine for tomorrow and Wednesday. We will be dry. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Hanukkah is a time of celebration, but in New York City and surrounding areas, faith communities are coming together to also fight hate.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies this morning, and heavier lake effect snow is falling north of us. We are looking to see lake effect snow showers later today. Let's take a look now at the CAV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Once again, cloudy skies to start. A few areas of light snow showers are possible this morning in the Mohawk Valley and south, especially in areas of higher elevation. But heavier snow is falling north of the Mohawk Valley in northern Oneida County at this point. So local temperatures look to range in the upper 20s, right around freezing, right below freezing. We have 28 degrees in Dowdesville and 29 degrees in Little Falls, Utica, and in Whitesboro. Looking to the south, we have 28 degrees in Hamilton, Sherburne, Norwich, and in Cooperstown this morning, with high temperatures today expected to reach right around freezing. So far this morning, heavy lake effect snow did fall north of the Mohawk Valley last night, and it did start to shift south a little bit. But here are some snowfall totals thus far. This is light, fluffy lake effect snow. We have 14 inches in Woodgate, a foot in Boonville, 10¼ inch in Old Forge, and then in areas in the Mohawk Valley, just looking at a trace, we have a trace of snow measured in Clinton. So just be careful when driving around, especially this morning up north and in areas of higher elevations. And even later this afternoon, the snow looks to shift south, so be careful driving around today. We are starting out with definitely needing the defroster on because frost and some cars probably have a trace of snow on them or some snow on them heavier up north. And today we are going to continue to see a few snow showers throughout the day. So on our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar at this morning, we are seeing lighter bands falling south. That is on and off snow showers down there with the heaviest band, this dark blue color. It is falling towards the southeast. We are seeing the heaviest of it in the Boonville area at this point. It did concentrate and stay up north all night last night, allowing them to get a lot of snow. But at this point, we can see the heavier band has shifted south, and it looks to reach the Mohawk Valley today before continuing to shift south and then coming to an end tonight. So we will be dry by tonight, but this band looks to continue to shift south throughout the day, allowing us to get a couple of inches here, and then it will come to an end tonight. So because of this, the National Weather Service has that lake effect snow warning in effect for Lewis, northern Oneida, and northern Herkimer County, and then a winter weather advisory in effect for Hamilton, southern Herkimer, and southern Oneida County, and this is until 7 p.m. this evening, just due to that lake effect snow. The heaviest of it is falling north, though. So on our Skycast, we can see it does start to shift south just before noon, maybe a little bit after noon, and then it looks to continue to shift south until after dinner when it does come to an end. We remain dry and cloudy overnight tonight, and we will be seeing cloudy skies tomorrow, but it will be dry, a little bit on the cooler side. So for today, expect a lake effect snow to continue. The heaviest of it did fall north. It will shift south into the Mohawk Valley before coming to an end tonight. It is going to remain breezy, and tonight we will be dry with cloudy skies. So we will dry out for tomorrow and Wednesday with our next storm system looking to come in later in the day on Thursday, lingering into Friday. At this point, it looks to be mixed precipitation, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Well, it was one of the most thrilling World Cup victories. Joining us, I'm Gary Libator. We have a lot to get to this morning on this Monday. First, we're looking at the chance of some snow showers later in the day. Let's get a check of your Storm Tracker 2 forecast. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center, and the North Country already seeing it, right?
Yes, so they started seeing it last night, and they're still seeing it a little bit this morning, but the band is starting to shift south. It will fall into the Mohawk Valley for a little bit this afternoon, and then it will come to an end tonight.
So not too much snow.
Yes, so up north, as of right now, we have measured like 10 inches in Old Forge, 12 inches in Boonville already, but then once it shifts in the Mohawk Valley, we're looking at around 2 to 6 inches for some of us. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, the heavier band, that dark blue, has kind of shifted and started to move towards the southeast, which includes Trenton, Boonville, and northern Oneida County, including Ava. It will continue to shift south into this afternoon before coming to an end tonight. So additional couple of inches are expected to fall in the Mohawk Valley, but we already measured around 10 inches in Old Forge, a foot in Boonville, 14 inches in Woodgate. So that's where the heaviest of snow did fall, and 2 to 6 inches are possible in the Rome just north of Utica, and a trace to 2 for the rest of us for the rest of today. So lake effect snow continues. It will shift south into the Mohawk Valley for this afternoon and evening. We will dry out tonight and remain dry tomorrow and Wednesday, and we are starting to track another system looking to move in on Thursday and Friday. At this point, it looks to be more rain rather than snow, but we will keep you updated on that. So for today, expect lake effect snow to continue. Commute conditions may be a little bit slippery. I will be talking a little bit more about the snow coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, because of the cold temperatures, a code blue alert has been put into place across the state. A code blue is issued whenever temperatures drop below the freezing mark, and that's not including the wind chill. The code blue means area shelters are open during the overnight hours and throughout the day. This is the list of shelters listed right here in our area that will be open 24/7 for those in need of getting out of the cold. Well, here's something many are sounding off.
Welcome back. If you are going to be heading out the door this morning, I would definitely be careful for any slippery spots, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Definitely seeing some snow. We are measuring almost a foot of snow up there, and in some areas over a foot of snow. We are seeing a few areas of snowy spots in the Mohawk Valley that are of higher elevation. The lake effect snow will shift south into the Mohawk Valley and southern valleys throughout the day before ending tonight. So any area that does go untreated tonight and tomorrow morning will turn a bit icy as we see temperatures fall into the teens and 20s tonight. So today we are tracking heavier snowfall up north. It does look to shift south into the Mohawk Valley and southern valleys, and then comes to an end this evening. We will be dry for tomorrow and Wednesday, with our next storm system approaching Thursday afternoon. At this point, it does look like it is going to be more rain than snow, but we will keep you updated on that. So overcast skies are expected today and tomorrow. A few breaks on Wednesday, and then we start to see overcast skies approach us again on Thursday as our next low pressure system does move in. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And due to the snow up
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting with heavier snow north of the Mohawk Valley this morning. Then we will be seeing snow showers this afternoon and into the evening in the Mohawk Valley before it comes to an end tonight. Let's take a look now at the CAV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Cloudy skies to start. We are actually seeing a few on and off light snow showers in the Mohawk Valley and south. But once again, the heavier snow is concentrated to the north of us. And according to our Skywatchers, temperatures this morning are right around 30 degrees. We have 28 degrees in New Hartford and Clinton and 31 degrees in Deerfield. Looking to the south, 25 degrees in Cooperstown and in Milford to start, with high temperatures today expected to reach right around freezing. We are seeing heavier snow up north that occurred last night and a little bit this morning before the band did start to shift south. Snowfall totals look like around 14 inches in Woodgate, a foot in Boonville, 10 1/4 in Old Forge, and in areas in the Mohawk Valley looking at a trace, maybe a little bit over a trace of snow so far, but the heaviest of snow did fall north last night. It is light, fluffy. Lake effect, though, it's not heavy and wet like we did see on Friday. So if you are traveling at all today, I would definitely be careful of some snow showers that could cause some snowy conditions on the roadways. And to start out this morning, definitely seeing some snow on the car windshield and some areas of frost. So maybe have the defroster on or use the car starter to kind of clean that off this morning. So let's take a look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. That dark blue is the heavier band of lake effect snow falling. It's kind of falling just north of Rome and Utica in the Boonville area, West Leiden, Ava. That's where it is falling at this point, with a few on and off snow showers just surrounding it. This band does look to shift south before coming to an end this evening, so I would definitely just be careful when driving around today. Areas can cause some snow on the roadways. We're also seeing a few on and off snow showers from a weaker band south of the Mohawk Valley here this morning. So because of this, National Weather Service has a lake effect snow warning for heavy lake effect snow for northern Oneida, northern Herkimer, and Lewis County. That's in effect until noon today for northern Herkimer County and 7 p.m. for northern Oneida and Lewis. We also have a winter weather advisory in effect till 7 p.m. for southern Oneida, southern Herkimer, and that is for still lake effect snow, but it's not going to be as heavy with not as much accumulation as north. So as you can see right now, lake effect snow bands remaining to the north. It looks to shift south late morning, early afternoon, and comes to an end just after dinner time this evening. We will be dry tonight with dry conditions continuing for tomorrow. We are just going to be seeing cloudy skies, and it is going to be a little bit cooler. As for today, though, it's going to be breezy. We are going to be seeing snow showers moving into the Mohawk Valley late morning, early afternoon, and comes to an end after dinner. We will be dry overnight with cloudy skies. So drying out tomorrow and Wednesday, cloudy skies tomorrow with some sun on Wednesday. Our next storm system comes in later in the day on Thursday into Friday, and at this point it looks to be mixed precipitation, possibly more rain as our temperature reaches the 40s on Friday again.
And people will be tuning into that later in the week.
Yes, we are keeping an eye on it closely. At this point it looks like it's going to be more rain than snow.
Hannah, thank you. Well, be sure to like us on Facebook at Half Hour. I'm Gary Libator. The snow is coming down in the North Country right now, and soon it'll be falling here in the Mohawk Valley. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center. And Hannah, just how soon are we talking down here?
So we are looking at late morning, early afternoon to start to see some snow, and then it continues to shift south to south of us, and then we'll come to an end tonight.
So a few inches maybe.
Yes, we're looking at 2 to 6 inches possibly, but the heavy snow is falling north at this point. They're already measuring about a foot, maybe even a little over in some areas.
Wow.
So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. At this point, the heavier band of snow, as you can see, is falling north of the Mohawk Valley in the Boonville area, along with Ava, kind of right near Forestport and Western. It will continue to move south, reaching us, I would say, late morning, early afternoon, and then it comes to an end tonight. We are actually seeing a few on and off lake effect snow showers south in the Mohawk Valley and a few in Herkimer County as well. So just be careful on your drive this morning. There may be some areas and some roadways that do have snowfall. So our snowfall forecast that went into effect last night through tonight, it is looking like the heaviest of snow is going to be falling north with 6 to 12 inches in the Boonville Old Forge area, right around it, including Rome, 2 to 6 inches just north of Utica, and a trace to 2 elsewhere, and that is for today. So lake effect snow does look to continue. We will be dried out tonight, though, and we will remain dry for tomorrow and Wednesday, with our next chance of another system moving through later on Thursday and into Friday. We are keeping an eye on it. At this point, it does look like we could be seeing a little bit more rain rather than snow. So for today, expect snow showers throughout the day. It's going to be breezy with highs near 30. I will be talking a little bit more about this snow coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, NBC News has learned that the January 6th committee.
Welcome back. We are tracking the heaviest band of lake effect snow north of the Mohawk Valley at this point, specifically in northern Oneida County, and a few lighter snow showers surrounding it in Herkimer County, along with a few on and off snow showers south of the Mohawk Valley. This band does look to continue to shift south throughout the day, and we will come to an end with the snow tonight. So for today, for Hanukkah, the forecast looks to be highs in the low 30s, and it does look like we will continue to see lake effect snow throughout the day, and it will move south into the Mohawk Valley before tonight. So I would definitely just be careful when driving, especially this morning north of the Mohawk Valley, seeing heavier bands of snow up there. For the afternoon and tonight, the band does look to shift south into the Mohawk Valleys. Just be careful for any snowy spots on the roadways, and it looks to dry out tonight, so tomorrow shouldn't really be a problem. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Hanukkah is a time of celebration, but
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies this morning, and heavier lake effect snow is falling north of the Mohawk Valley with a few on and off snow showers here. So let's take a look now at the CATV tower camera overlooking the city of Utica. Once again, mostly cloudy skies. There are a few areas of lighter snow showers here, especially in higher elevations. So just be careful when driving around this morning. And temperatures at this point are right around 30 degrees, so a little bit chilly according to our sky watchers. We have 26 degrees in Old Forge and 31 degrees in Deerfield. Looking to the south, we have 25 degrees in Milford and Cooperstown and 27 degrees in Evanston, with high temperatures today expected to reach just right around freezing. But so far, heavy lake effect snow did fall north last night. It is going to shift south later this morning, early afternoon, before coming to an end this evening. So here's a look at some of our snowfall totals. We have about 14 inches in Woodgate, just about a foot in Boonville, 10¼ inches in Old Forge, and just a trace in Clinton here in the Mohawk Valley. So Nala can clearly see her neighbor here in the Mohawk Valley this morning, but maybe up north that might be a little bit of a problem. Today she is saying hi to Teddy, who looks ready for the snow. We are seeing a few snow showers this morning, so definitely be careful when driving, especially if you are driving north or to any areas of higher elevation. For the evening, the snow looks to continue into the Mohawk Valley and south, so that may be a problem for the evening commute, and it does come to an end tonight. So here's our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We see that dark blue is that heavy snow falling in the Boonville area north of Rome, along with Ava in that area. A few lighter snow showers are surrounding it just north of Rome as well, along within Old Forge. We will continue to see this band shift south late morning, early afternoon before coming to an end this evening. So the wind is coming in from the west. That is why most of the heavy snow did stay concentrated up north last night. Once the wind shifts, that is when it will shift south, and we will be seeing a couple of inches in the Mohawk Valley here. So because of this, the National Weather Service has a winter weather advisory in effect until 7 p.m. for areas of the Mohawk Valley. That includes southern Oneida County and southern Herkimer County, but they have a lake effect snow warning for areas northern Herkimer, northern Lewis, and northern Oneida County. So for the rest of today, we will start to see that lake effect snow band shift. This is 12:30 on our Skycast. It is showing it shifting at this point, and it looks to all come to an end after dinner. This is 8 p.m. It will remain cloudy but dried out overnight, and tomorrow we will be seeing a little bit extra cloud cover, but it is going to remain dry for the day. So for today, expect a few snow showers this morning. That heavy snow is still north. The heavier snow does look to move into the Mohawk Valley later this morning, early afternoon, and looks to slowly die down this evening before coming to an end tonight. It also is going to remain a little bit breezy today. So we will be dry for tomorrow and Wednesday. Highs near right around freezing. Our next chance of our low pressure system moving through looks to be late afternoon on Thursday, and that will linger into Friday. At this point, it looks like it is going to be a little bit more rain rather than some snow. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Well, it was one of the most thrilling World.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libator. We have a lot to get to on this Monday. First, the chance of some snow for the Mohawk Valley. Let's get a check of your Storm Tracker 2 forecast. For that, meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us from the Weather Center. And right now, they're seeing it up north, right?
Yes, we are seeing a heavier lake effect snow band just up north, so in northern Oneida County. It will shift south, I would say late morning, early afternoon for us to get a couple of inches, and then it dries out tonight.
And just to mention, because of that, Adirondack Central School on a 2-hour delay this morning.
Yes, so we are seeing heavier snow. Some areas even seeing about a foot at this point. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. I did want to point out the heavier snow band. It is falling north in northern Oneida County in the Boonville area, along with Ava, Western, Remsen. We are seeing lighter snow showers kind of surrounding it, and at this point already have measured around 10 inches in Old Forge, a foot in Boonville, 14 inches in Woodgate. So that is what is occurring. This will shift south into the Mohawk Valley for the afternoon before coming to an end this evening. So this was our snowfall forecast starting last night through tonight. We did predict 6 to 12 inches for Boonville, Old Forge, Forge area, 2 to 6 inches just surrounding that, and then a trace to 2 inches for the rest of the southern valleys for today. So lake effect snow does look to continue before we dry out tonight and remain dry for tomorrow and Wednesday. We are tracking our next storm system looking to come in Thursday afternoon through Friday. At this point, it looks like it will be mixed precipitation, more rain rather than snow. We will keep you updated on that. So for today, expect lake effect snow to continue. It is going to be breezy with highs near 30. I will be talking a little bit more about the snowfall today coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, because of the blue alert has been put into place across the state, a code blue is issued whenever temperatures drop below the freezing mark. That does not include the wind chill. The code blue means area shelters are open both throughout the day and the overnight hours. And this is a list of the shelters listed here in our area, here in the Utica area, that will be open 24/7 for those in need of getting out of the cold. And here's something many are sounding off about on
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are starting out with cloudy skies this morning. A few light snow showers in the Mohawk Valley, but the heavy snow is still falling to the north. Let's take a look now at the CAVI tower camera. Overlooking the Mohawk Valley, we can see cloudy skies to start. There were some areas in the Mohawk Valley that did see around a trace, maybe a little bit over a trace of lake effect snow last night. So just be careful when driving this morning, especially in areas of higher elevation and if you are traveling up north. According to our sky watchers, most of us are in the upper 20s, right around 30 degrees. We have 26 degrees in Old Forge and 29 degrees in Westdale. And looking to the south, we have 27 degrees in Evanston and 24 degrees in West Lawrence, with high temperatures today expected to reach right around freezing. So snowfall totals so far this morning. The heavy snow did fall last night to the north. We have 14 inches in Woodgate, just about a foot in Boonville, 10 1/4 in Old Forge, and then we have 4 inches in Salisbury Center and just a trace in Clinton. The snow band does look to shift south today. So on our Yorkville battery, Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar right now, that dark blue is concentrated to northern Oneida County at this point. It does look to shift south late morning, early afternoon, and it comes to an end tonight. But we are seeing a few lighter snow showers in the Old Forge area and in Herkimer County this morning, as well as right around this heavy band, which looks to be in the Rome and just north of Utica, before it does shift south and comes to an end tonight. So because of this, the National Weather Service has a lake effect snow warning for heavier bands. That is going to be for northern Oneida, northern Herkimer, and Lewis County in effect until this evening. And then we have a winter weather advisory in effect until this evening for southern Oneida, southern Herkimer County until 7 p.m. And that is due to lighter bands of lake effect snow falling. So once this band does shift south, which looks to be late morning, early afternoon, it does look to lighten up until it comes to an end after dinner time this evening. So this is 8 p.m. We can see at this point we are dried out and we will remain dry tonight and even into tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be dry. We are just going to be seeing a little bit extra cloud cover. So for the rest of today, it is going to be breezy with highs near 30. Heavy lake effect snow falling to the north this morning. It does shift south and comes to an end this evening. And tonight we will be dry with overnight lows just around 20 degrees. So we could be seeing some slippery conditions on the roadways throughout today as we see lake effect snow, but it is light and fluffy. It's not wet and heavy like the snow on Friday. We will dry out for tomorrow and Wednesday with our next chance of mixed precipitation looking to be on Thursday and Friday. We are keeping an eye out on that.
As quite a bit of snow has fallen up in the North Country, some spots seeing over a foot. And that system is heading our way. So how much will we see here in the Mohawk Valley? Meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us now from the Weather Center with the answer. Hey there, Hannah.
Hi, Gary. Yes, we are seeing heavy lake effect snow falling north of us at this point. It does look to shift south this afternoon for a little bit before coming to an end tonight. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Once again, the heaviest of snow is kind of falling in the Boonville, Remsen, Camden area along with Eva, and it is just north of Rome at this point. It does look to shift south into the Mohawk Valley for a little bit this afternoon before coming to an end. But here are some pictures at the time that the snow was this in inches. So this was sent in from Marjorie in Boonville. This picture was taken when it was at 17 inches. There is a lot more snow there now. 17 inches once again here in Boonville. Danielle in Ohio has 8 inches, and Jerry in West Leiden has 27.5 inches when this picture was taken. But of course, the snow is still coming down pretty heavily up there. So additional snowfall from now until tonight, once it does come to an end, is another 6 to 12 inches in that area of northern Oneida County, including Boonville, and into Herkimer County a little bit. Just around it, including Utica, we have 2 to 6 inches for the rest of the day, and the trace to 2 for the southern valleys. So for today, expect lake effect snow to continue. It does shift south. It is going to be breezy, and the snow will end tonight. I will be talking a little bit more about snowfall totals coming up, Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Utica police are investigating.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are still tracking heavy lake effect snow to the north, and it is looking to shift south throughout the day before coming to an end tonight. So let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. We are still mostly dry in the Mohawk Valley and south, other than a few on and off light snow showers. Not really any accumulation has been picked up, but it is going to remain breezy and cloudy today with the snow looking to shift south after it is dumping a lot of snow up north. We have Boonville at around 3 feet of snow, Remsen 16 inches, Forestport 15, Old Forge just over a foot in Ohio, and 7.5 inches in Norway. So if you are traveling at all up north, that may be a problem. Visibility issues are going to be a problem as well. So Nala can barely just see Teddy, who looks excited for the snow. But if you do live in the Mohawk Valley and south, it should be fine as for now. For the evening, though, that snow does look to shift south into the Mohawk Valley and south of the Mohawk Valley until it does come to an end tonight. So just be careful for slippery road conditions, and especially if you do live up north today, definitely be careful when driving. Visibility issues can be a problem along with snow on the roads. This is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We see that heavy band is still concentrated in northern Oneida County. It does look to start to shift south at this point. It is going to move into the Mohawk Valley and south before coming to an end this evening. Temperatures at this point are right around freezing. According to our sky watchers, we have 32 degrees in Mohawk and 31 degrees in Cooperstown, Deerfield, and in Clinton. So from now until tonight, when the snow looks to come to an end, additional snowfall looks to dump 6 to 12 inches in where that band is, which includes Boonville, northern Oneida County, into central Herkimer County. Just around it, which includes Old Forge, Utica, Rome, Little Falls, we are looking at 2 to 6 inches, and that's for most of the Mohawk Valley, and a trace to 2 for the southern valleys before that snow ends tonight. So here on our Skycast, we can see it's still concentrated in northern Oneida County, along with central Herkimer County. It does look to shift south, as we see here, and by 6 p.m. it's going to be south of the Mohawk Valley before coming to an end around 8 or 9 p.m. tonight. We remain dry and cloudy overnight with lows in the teens, and we remain on the cooler side tomorrow, seeing mostly cloudy skies with highs in the upper 20s. So for the rest of the day, we are tracking heavy lake effect snow to the north. It will shift south into the Mohawk Valley and then south before coming to an end tonight. It will remain breezy, and as for tonight, the snow ends with a low in the teens to the 20s. So tomorrow, Wednesday, will be our 2 dry days of the week. Highs right near 30, and our next chance of tracking some precipitation looks to be Thursday later in the day through most of the day Friday. At this point, it looks like it is going to be more rain than snow, but we are going to continue to keep an eye on it, Gary.
And you said Boonville, 3 feet, huh?
Yes, Boonville, West Leiden, they all
Wow.
have that much snow, yes,
Wow.
right now.
Hannah, thank you. Well, the holiday travel volume is expected. Welcome back, meteorologist Hannah Evans joining us to start this half hour. And this video right here is from Pittsburgh, and you can see that cars couldn't even make it up the hill today because of the slippery conditions. So far, we don't see that right down here in the Mohawk Valley.
Yes, not in the Mohawk Valley, but up north, they are measuring a lot of snow. Boonville, West Leiden already have over 3 feet of snow from that lake effect snow band.
Wow, so will that 3 feet be moving here?
No, not 3 feet. It will shift south, but once it's shifting south towards us, it will weaken, so we'll only get, a couple of inches.
Lucky us.
Yes, lucky us. So let's take a look now at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We can see that dark blue. That is where the heaviest of snow is. We're looking at Boonville, West Leiden, Ava, Western, They are all seeing a lot of snow, even like Forestport and Ohio. This band is starting to shift south at this point, but once it does shift south, we are going to be seeing it weaken as well. So a little bit less accumulation is expected in the Mohawk Valley and south, but still we could be seeing some snowfall for the rest of the afternoon and evening before it comes to an end tonight. Here are some pictures that were taken at the time that this was measured. So we had Boonville being measured at just 17 inches. Now it's up to 3 feet. This was sent in by Marjorie. Stasia, Boonville, same thing, 17 inches when this was measured. Ohio, 8 inches. Now Ohio is up to actually a foot of snow, and West Leiden's up to 3 feet. This is when it was just over 2 feet. This was sent in by Jerry. Additional snowfall from now until tonight is 6 to 12 inches where that heavier band is, which includes northern Oneida County and central Herkimer County. 2 to 6 inches just around it, including Old Forge, Rome, Utica, Little Falls, and the Trace to 2 for the rest. So for the rest of today, expect the snow to move into the Mohawk Valley before slowly coming to an end tonight. It will be windy and a little bit cold. I will be talking a little bit more about snowfall totals coming up, Gary.
Anna, thank you. Russian President
Weather Team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are tracking heavy lake effect snow to the north, and it does look to shift south throughout the day before it does come to an end tonight. So let's take a look now at our Utica National Tower camera overlooking Main Street in Cooperstown. We are seeing cloudy skies and breezy conditions for the Mohawk Valley and south, with once again that heavy snow falling to the north. So here's a look at some of our updated snowfall totals. As of right now, it's getting pretty hard to keep updated with this because up north they are being kind of doused or plummeted with snow here this afternoon, so it is happening pretty fast. We have Boonville at just around a little bit over maybe of 3 feet of snow. Same thing with Remsen and Forestport, around just over 2 feet. Ohio 19 inches, Old Forge 13 inches, and Norway 7.5 inches of snowfall as of right now. Here is our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The heaviest band is still in northern Oneida County. That is falling in the Ava, West Leiden, Remsen area along with Boonville. And just around it, we are seeing moderate snow showers, but this band is starting to shift south. We can kind of see it here on our radar and satellite. It is going to shift south into the Mohawk Valley and south throughout the day before coming to an end tonight. But as it is shifting, it is also weakening. So we are just looking to get a couple of inches of accumulation here. So according to our Skywatchers, temperatures right around freezing. We have 32 degrees in Mohawk and 31 degrees in Deerfield, in Clinton, and in Cooperstown. So here's a look at additional snowfall from noon until tonight when it comes to an end. An additional 6 to 12 inches can be expected in that area where it's falling in northern Oneida County, including Boonville, and then in central Herkimer County. Just around it, 2 to 6 inches of snowfall. That includes Old Forge, Rome, Utica, Little Falls, and a Trace to 2 for the southern valleys. So once again, the heaviest of snow is falling in northern Oneida County, kind of stretching out towards central Herkimer County. That will shift south, and by dinner time, it already has moved through the Mohawk Valley. It's in the southern valleys and looks to come to an end after dinner. We will be dry overnight, seeing cloudy skies, and we will remain dry for the day tomorrow. It's going to be a little bit chilly with highs just in the upper 20s. So for today, we are expecting lake effect snow to shift south in the Mohawk Valley this afternoon. It is going to remain breezy for the day, and tonight the snow comes to an end overnight and the winds do calm down. For tomorrow and Wednesday, we will be dry with high temperatures just around 30 degrees. Our next system that we are tracking looks to come in later in the day on Thursday. It, at this point, looks to be mixed precipitation on Thursday and then mostly rain on Friday. But we will keep you updated on that with any new information. Gary.
Hannah, thank you. Now to the quest for answers about the murders of 4 college students.
Start the week, especially if you live up in Boonville, where the snow is being measured not in inches but feet.
Well, we're going to take you to the North Country in just a minute, but first, there is poor visibility region-wide, and traffic has slowed or stopped on some of the busy streets. Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis is tracking from the Weather Center.
Yeah, the evening commute is going to be tough. Give yourself time. Roads are slippery. We have visibility issues. This is not going to last for very long. Most of us only walk away with a couple of inches of snow in the Mohawk Valley. But let's take a look at conditions across the area now. We are tracking this band of lake effect snow. This is what was responsible for producing all that snow across the North Country. It has turned to the south as the wind direction has changed, and the roads are very slippery across southern Oneida County, southern Herkimer County, and northern Otsego County as this band of snow continues to drop to the south. Remember, this is a very different type of snow And we saw on Friday that heavy, wet, slushy snow. Lake effect snow is very fluffy and it tends to blow around, and you get a lot more visibility issues because of that. Current temperature is 29 degrees. The wind at around 8 miles an hour. As we head into this evening, again, we're continuing to track some lake effect snow. Just wanted to give you a picture of traffic in our area too. You can see anywhere in the orange, that is traffic that has come to a crawl. So it is going to be a very slow drive wherever you're going across the area. A lot of roads, a lot of places being impacted by this area of lake effect snow. We're going to continue to track the end of this snow and some much needed drier weather to follow. Look at that forecast is coming out. Back over to you.
If you don't have to go out in it, it is pretty. Heavy lake effect turned Boonville into a winter wonderland. More than 2 feet of snow fell since last night, burying some cars, and in some spots, the snowbanks were as tall as the people. If you look at that Main Street windowsills, the snow level is pretty much right at the windowsill. The heavy snow bands caused whiteout conditions, slowing down travel and causing several accidents.
A fire at the Camden DPW garage is ruled accidental by state fire investigators, but they wouldn't give News Channel 2 the cause. We are told a detailed report on the findings will come out in the coming weeks. The garage on Nichols Lane was destroyed by fire on December 13th. The village lost all of its snow plows. Oneida County is helping to clear Camden roads in the meantime.
Utica police are investigating an armed...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track lake effect snow that is dropping south. It's producing poor visibility, slippery roads, and a pretty difficult evening commute across the Mohawk Valley. Let's take a live look in Cooperstown, our Utica National Tower Cam. Not getting as much snow here. We're going to be keeping an eye on this particular camera as that band of snow works its way southward, and it will eventually impact Cooperstown. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is the band of snow that's causing all the problems across the area. It has weakened over the past about 1 to 2 hours, but still poor visibility extending across western Oneida County, southern Oneida County, southern Herkimer County, northern Otsego County. This band is going to very slowly push to the south and east. So most of us are looking at another 1 to as much as 3 hours of snow with an additional 1 to 3 inches of accumulation. So a quick hitting event for a lot of us. Of course, it's been a very different story to the north, where that band of snow has parked and produced some very heavy snow over the past 24 hours. 4 feet of snow in West Leiden, 3 feet of snow in Boonville, 2 feet of snow in Remsen. And then you get closer to the Mohawk Valley. Measured 6 inches of snow here just outside the studios about a half an hour ago. Only 1 inch of snow in New Hartford. It's the nature of lake effects. And again, we're going to continue to track the impacts of this tonight. Again, looking at high impacts on travel in the Mohawk Valley for the next couple of hours. But then as the snow ends, conditions will improve dramatically as we head later into this evening. Dry weather is expected as we head into tomorrow. Temperature-wise, we're in the 20s for many areas. Dolgeville, 29 degrees. Whitesboro, 28. Big Moose, 23. That's in northern Herkimer County. Cooperstown, 30. Skeneebas, 24. And New Hartford, or Norwich, rather, with 27 degrees. If you're going out for a walk this evening, if you're not in one of these areas that have a lot of snow and it's easy to walk, temperatures will be in the upper 20s. So dress nice and warm. We're going to continue to track lake effect snow as it moves across the area. And by 7 o'clock this evening, some light snow showers still lingering around. Things quiet down by 10 p.m. Aside from a flurry or two, it's mainly dry. It does get cold tonight. Temperatures drop down into the teens, and it's cloudy as we head into the day tomorrow. Temperatures climb into the low 20s, so it'll be a cold winter day, but much less eventful compared to today. Heading into tomorrow night, cold conditions. We're down into the teens. The weather as we head into Wednesday looks dry. Still fighting some clouds here across the area, but we should see some sunshine as we head into Wednesday afternoon. Temperatures climb into the upper 20s to low 30s. We're seeing it too. There's a large storm system to track here later in the week. It looks like it could bring a combination of rain, wind, and maybe some snow with this. We'll keep you posted. Looks like the time frame of a Friday into Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, down to 19. Tomorrow, a cloudy afternoon, a high of 29. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, some quiet weather, dry conditions tomorrow and Wednesday. A wintry mix is possible late Thursday, windy and warm Friday, and then it gets cold as we head into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So it's going to be pretty busy as we head into the weekend. That storm is going to have a lot of impact on travel, which we will get to as well, but we've just had a very busy day tracking this lake effect.
A day like today is why you don't procrastinate on your holiday shopping.
That's right, yeah.
Are you done?
Not yet.
I am.
At least he knows exactly when he can go out where the roads will be okay.
He's got inside information.
And we do too. You have Bill. All right, Bill, thank you.
A woman allegedly broke into the New York City home of a fresh blanket of snow in the North Country just in time for the holidays. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis tracking it all from the Weather Center. Bill.
Yes, we continue to track a band of lake effect snow that is moving south, impacting the Mohawk Valley. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is causing hazardous travel, low visibility. It's not expected to produce a lot of snow. In fact, our snowfall reports in and south of the valley are small. A lot of places picking up just a couple of inches of snow today. But you go to the north, we've gotten reports of 2, 3, even 4 feet of snow heading into northern Oneida and southern Lewis County, where that band of snow parked throughout the night and into the day today. The band of snow will continue to drop to the south as we head into tonight, so we're generally going to see snow come to an end here over the next several hours. Again, do plan on tricky travel here, at least through this evening. Conditions improve as we head into tonight, and we've got some quiet days ahead before we're tracking our next system that'll be moving into central New York. That one bringing a combination of things, some rain, some wind, and some snow. I'll have more on that coming up. Jason, back over to you.
All right, Bill, thank you. The holidays are here and kids are excited. Get you back to the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Boy, we got a lot of snow up north, didn't we?
Yeah, measuring it in feet here over the past 24 hours. It's been a tough go for folks across the North Country today. The lake effect snow has come to an end in areas that got hit really hard. But as we track the lake effect snow, it's going to continue to move south across the area. It is impacting driving conditions, visibility, causing a very slow go for the evening drive, especially if you're traveling south of the Mohawk Valley this evening. Southern Oneida County, western Oneida County getting some localized heavy snowfall. Not much is expected to accumulate from here going forward. Most areas pick up about 1 to 3 inches of fluff. And that's another thing I wanted to mention here. This is a very different type of snow that fell compared to Friday. A very high fluff factor with this one. So it might be easier to move and easier to plow and shovel, but it also blows around a lot more. So this is causing some visibility issues too. The snow comes to an end this evening, and we're tracking a couple of much needed dry days in our future, followed by what's to follow, a big system here as we get into the end of the week. We'll take a closer look at that coming up. Kristen, back over to you.
Concerns are growing over a new surge.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track lake effect snow moving across central New York. It is gradually weakening, but it is still impacting the roads. Let's take a live look outside. This is our vantage point here on Smith Hill from our CAB Tower Cam. Because visibility is an issue, we're looking into the parking lot. And we measured 6 inches of a very fluffy snowfall, and it is causing tricky travel across the area this evening. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The wind direction has changed throughout the course of today. It was generally from the west throughout the morning where all the heavy lake effect snow fell north of the Mohawk Valley, but now the winds have turned into the northwest. So again, that band has dropped southward. It's going to continue to move south as we head into this evening. So tricky travel continues across southern Oneida, Madison, southern Herkimer County, Otsego County, and northern Shenango County. This band will continue to drop south. Additional snow for most of us will be measured in just a couple of inches. I think 1 to 3 inches of fluffy snow from here going forward as the lake effect does come to an end tonight. So travel, again, most impacted here for the next couple of hours. If you are heading out, just take it nice and slow. Give yourself extra time. Again, visibility still a big issue here for the next few hours. As the snow comes to an end tonight, things look to dry out. This is not going to be an issue at all heading into tomorrow. We're looking at dry weather across the area. Skywatchers checking in with snowfall reports. We hit some big numbers to the north. West Leiden, 48 inches. I had many reports in Boonville, and they ranged from 2 to 3 feet. That's just the nature of lake effect snow. You can be in the same area, the same neighborhood, and get wildly different totals here. Old Forge, 15.5 inches of snow. Forestport, again, 16 inches, also had a report of 2 feet. Marcy, 10 inches. The numbers were much lower across the Mohawk Valley. We did pick up 4 inches of snow in Whitesboro and just a trace of snow for areas along the Route 20 endpoints south. Our radar and satellite image continues to show lake effect, but again, as that band drops south and as dry air works in, the snow is expected to come to an end as we get into tonight. And it's a cold night across the area, mostly cloudy skies, temperatures in the teens. It's dry to start out tomorrow, and it's looking quiet. Cloudy skies throughout the day, temperatures in the upper 20s. We're dry tomorrow night, and we are dry on Wednesday. Looking at mostly cloudy skies throughout this stretch. Temperatures Wednesday afternoon look to climb into the low 30s. Okay, there's been a lot of buzz here. I kind of want to set the record straight and give you some things that we're watching locally for late in the week. You might have heard by now that there's going to be a big storm coming. What it looks like locally could vary wildly compared to what it looked like nationally. Locally, it mainly brings rain to our area. Again, this is just the early information that we're seeing. It obviously can change a lot between now and then. Time frame is Friday and Saturday. Strong winds are possible here. I don't see any big snow accumulations locally, but we're going to continue to keep an eye on that. There will be a big drop in temperature, so we'll go from December thaw to some much colder temperatures into the teens and single digits. And again, I want to show you the scene, some of the early numbers here, the early information on our computer models for Friday. Again, rain expected across our area. It is going to be snowing to the west, so we will be talking more about this here as we head throughout the week, especially those of you that are looking to travel. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, down to 19. Tomorrow, we're looking at cloudy skies, temperatures in the upper 20s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, we're dry Tuesday and Wednesday. Wintering mix possible late Thursday before that turns to rain on Friday. Windy weather heading into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Temperatures in the teens and low 20s. We'll be right back.
Snow. Areas like Boonville are experiencing much more snowfall than others, and we're going to show you that in just a minute. But first,
yeah, we're dealing with the forecast and road closure right now. Route 49 between Kavanaugh Road and 291 is closed because of a disabled tractor trailer. Slick roads everywhere you go right now. Let's get right over to the Weather Center. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis tracking that snow right now.
Yeah, this is all being caused by lake effect. The wind direction is changing, so that band has dropped into the Mohawk Valley. It will continue to drop south as we head into this evening. So it's not going to last all night long. We're only expecting an additional 1 to 3 inches of accumulation going forward, but it's coming all at once. And with the wind, it's creating some poor visibility. We're talking about areas just south of the Mohawk Valley, that band continuing to produce very poor visibility in southern Oneida County, northern Otsego County, southern Herkimer County. And again, this is going to slowly drop southward as we head into this evening and tonight, and it does come to an end. But if you are heading out this evening, conditions are tough. Slow going travel-wise. Let's look at our traffic tracker, although it has seen some small improvements compared to when we showed this about an hour ago. But still, you're going to want to take your time getting to your destination this evening as roads are slippery. Current temperature is 29 degrees this evening. Again, snow comes to an end. Temperatures will be in the 20s. A couple of quiet days ahead before we're tracking our next weather maker later in the week. A look at that forecast is coming up. Kristen, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you.
If you live in northern Oneida County, you probably spent the day digging out of yet another heavy round of snow. More than 2 feet of lake effect snow blanketed the village and surrounding areas in northern Oneida County since last night, meaning for the second time in a week, residents were stuck digging out. Now, the snow made for difficult travel conditions on area roads, causing several school closings, and there were accidents too. And the heavy wet the snow blanketed trees, bringing them down. However, few power outages resulting from this round of lake effect snow. Today's snow added onto the 7 inches of snow that fell in Boonville just last Thursday.
Holiday Light Finder at WKTV.com. You have to check it out. It's right on the homepage of our website. Right at the top, we have this map going where you could pinpoint all of the awesome Christmas decorations. Check this out. This is Leah Street in Utica, or maybe it's the North Pole. Really hard to tell. It is so bright you would think it was daylight when this video was shot. Again, WKTV.com. Right at the top of our homepage, you're going to find the Holiday Light Finder map. Great opportunity to make a plan and drive by these displays and see them in person, or you can add yours to the list.
I'll show you some more pictures in a minute. In the holiday home stretch, though, Santa was in town today, spreading joy to everyone driving on Clinton Street in Whitesboro, and he has a brand new suit, a gift for his 70th birthday, we're told. This is his first year Santa has done this, and he found people needed it.
We started it out trying to do it for our grandson, and everybody liked it, so we just kept trying different times, different days.
I'm just trying to cheer people up that are down and out or just need a smile or a wave. Just trying to pick them up.
Santa doesn't have a set schedule. You may find him on Clinton Street all different times of the day. It says the closer he gets to Christmas Eve, the busier he will be and may not make it out as frequently.
That just makes sense. Voting is underway to determine which of Utica's participating firehouses has the best holiday display. You get to vote.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We continue to track lake effect snow dropping south. Let's take a live look outside. This is our Utica National Tower Cam overlooking Cooperstown. This area missing out on the brunt of snow, but it is starting to come down here. It's just not going to come down quite as hard. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The wind direction continues to change over the past several hours. You've noticed a west wind turning into a north wind, and that band of snow has been gradually dropping south and weakening. It's still impacting roads. It's still going to be a tricky drive, especially if you're traveling to the west or to the south of Utica this evening. Do plan on poor visibility and budget a few extra minutes to get to your destination. Again, roads slippery, especially in areas that got hit pretty hard with snow today, especially north of the Mohawk Valley. Travel impact, again, it's really now going forward as we head into tonight. The snow comes to an end and conditions will improve dramatically. This is lake effect snow. It's much fluffier. It's a lot easier to move. That also means it blows around easier, and that's why it's been causing visibility issues, especially in some of the heavier snows that fell earlier today. Totals across the area: Marcy 10 inches, Clinton 3 inches of snow, Barneveld 9 inches. The numbers to the north are impressive. Snow being measured by the foot. 4 feet of snow in West Leiden, 2 to 3 feet in Boonville. Old Forge 15.5 inches, Curtis Corners 6 inches of snow, and 4 inches of snow measured from Kirsten in Whitesboro. As we go forward, the lake effect snow comes to an end. Winds turn into the north, and again, we do dry out tonight. It's mostly cloudy and it's cold. Temperatures drop down into the teens. Dry tomorrow, mostly cloudy. Temperatures drop or climb into the upper 20s, so it'll be a cold day, but a dry day. Heading into tomorrow night, clouds linger around, and the weather looks to remain cloudy as we head into Wednesday. We'll start out with temperatures in the 20s, and we'll end in the low 30s here heading into Wednesday afternoon. A lot of attention being brought on the national level from a storm later this week. If you're traveling Friday and Saturday, we're going to keep an eye on things locally. Some of the early headlines here. Looks like this is going to be starting out as rain as we get into Friday. Could potentially bring some very strong winds to our area and a big drop in temperature. We might get snow out of this too, but it's very early to tell. It would likely be Friday night and into Saturday. And again, it does look like this is going to start out as rain, and believe it or not, across the area. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, down to 19 degrees. The snow comes to an end. Again, little additional accumulation from here forward. Cloudy skies tonight down to, cloudy skies tomorrow, a high of 29. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Dry Wednesday, a wintry mix possible late Thursday, turning to rain Friday. Big drop in temperature. It's going to be cold as we get into Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Back over to you.
For a quick second, I thought we had the date wrong because I saw 21 under Santa, but that's the 25th. It's the temperature that's 21. That is cold for a high.
Yeah, it is. All right, thanks, Bill. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. The best place caught by our cameras. It's the top 6 at 6. That's later. Alongside Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Get to those stories in a moment. First, though, we're tracking some lake effect snow lingering after a wallop to the north. Tons of social media pictures tonight.
4 feet of snow since this event began on Sunday in West Leiden. This is a picture from Jerry, one of our sky watchers.
Wow.
Took him a long time to get that driveway cleared out. Some of the local totals here ranging quite a bit. We had 48 inches in West Leiden, Remsen, Forestport, more than 2 feet. And then as we go down the list, it gets a lot lower here. So we're continuing to track lake effect snow showers across the area this evening. Most of the accumulation is over, and all the concerns that we were dealing with earlier today with whiteouts and tricky travel, that's done. but you can still see a few flurries out there on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar as lake effect continues to very slowly wind down. Current temperature is 28 degrees as we head into tonight. We do get a chance to dry out. Overnight lows drop down into the teens, so a cold night ahead. We get a much needed break in the weather for the next couple of days, but we are tracking a potentially high impact weather event just in time for the big travel days later this week. A look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, police and fire crews had to close.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening and welcome back. We are taking a live look in Cooperstown. Our Utica National Tower Cam is showing snow-covered roadways still, along with a random flashing street light there. Yeah, we got distracted by that too. We are continuing to track some flurries across the area this evening. Lake effect snow is not 100% done, but it's mostly done. The snow continues to become lighter and lighter as drier air builds in, and we will see just a very light dusting of snow tonight into early tomorrow. For this season, for the city of Utica, remember, which has been missing out on the really heavy lake effect snow, we did pick up about 4 inches of accumulation today. That puts us up to 19.5 inches for the season, which is close to average. Our average for today's date is 20.5. So we've been making up some ground with the past several snowfalls, and where we stand at this point in the season, it's pretty close to average. The snow has been falling higher than average in the lake effect belt to the north. Radar and satellite image shows scattered snow showers continue. We will get a chance to dry out as winds turn into the north, and we're looking at generally cloudy weather and seasonably cold temperatures here as we head into tomorrow. Cloudy skies for your morning commute. Temperatures start out in the teens. Throughout the day tomorrow, looks like a pretty quiet day. Light wind, cloudy skies. Temperatures are in the low 20s at noontime, and we're into the upper 20s in the afternoon. Tomorrow night, the weather remains dry. It's mostly cloudy. Overnight lows drop down into the teens. On Wednesday, it's dry again for the winter solstice. Looking at generally cloudy skies, temperatures climb into the low 30s. We're looking at the long range. There's a big weather system that's going to impact not only our area, but the whole eastern half of the country. And the time frame here is Thursday night through Saturday. I just want to give you some of the early highlights of what we're looking at here, because it is still several days away. Leaning towards rain on Friday. Rain could be locally heavy. We're also looking for the possibility of some strong winds and a very large drop in the temperature. It's likely we go from 40s to maybe 50 degrees on Friday to teens and single digits by Saturday. That could set the stage for a widespread and highly impactful flash freeze. So a lot of moving parts here, and we'll be taking this piece by piece. But again, one of the things we notice is that this will likely produce more rain than snow. Tonight, mostly cloudy down to 19. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, a high of 29. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, looking at dry weather on Wednesday. A light wintry mix is possible late Thursday. Windy, rain changing to snow Friday, and you can see the big drop in temperature here. It's going to get very cold for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Not record-breaking cold, but a shock to the system with highs in the teens and low 20s and wind. So there will be a wind chill over the upcoming weekend.
Oh, joy.
Yeah.
Just in time for Christmas.
Santa doesn't care.
Nah, he's tough. All right, thanks, Bill. Well, the owner, this alongside Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. We're going to get to those stories in a moment, though. Lake effect snow, boy, what a mess it was up north, and it dropped during the rush hour, causing problems. Where are we now?
Well, the snow's pretty much over, but look at the scene here. This was from West Leiden, where 4 feet of snow fell today.
4 feet? Are you kidding me?
4 feet. We're talking about totals here across the board, more than 2 feet in areas like Forestport and Remsen. We measured 6 inches here at WKTV. The lake effect snow is starting to quiet down as we head into tonight. And we're just looking at a couple of flurries out there and all the big concerns that we had earlier with visibility issues and, again, very difficult driving. Those are done. So heading into tonight, things will start to quiet down. Just a coating of snow accumulation is possible through tomorrow morning across central New York. Current temperature is 28 degrees as we head into tonight. Again, the snow comes to an end. We're down to 19 degrees. We get a much needed break in the weather for the next couple of days, but I am tracking a high impact weather event as we head into the end of the week. I know a lot of people will be traveling while this will be happening. I've got to look at the forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, police and fire crews had to close.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're taking a live look outside. This is our Utica National Tower Cam. Some snow has fallen across Cooperstown. The roads are snow covered, and there's a random flashing street light that we've been distracted by too. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty quiet night across the area. Some very light lake effect snow continues to fly across central New York. A coating of snow is possible tonight. The season total for Utica after today's 4-inch accumulation is 19.5 inches to date. The average is 20.5. So we've made up some ground here with the last couple of snowfalls. We are running pretty close to average, at least in the Mohawk Valley. The North Country has been running above average, getting some very heavy lake effect snow. So you look at the radar and satellite image, things are going to dry out as high pressure builds in from the west, and we'll get a nice 2-day break in the weather. It's generally cloudy across the area. Tonight, we're looking at overnight lows in the upper teens. Again, some flurries are possible and a very light coating of snow by tomorrow morning. Heading into tomorrow afternoon, clouds continue to hold tough. Temperatures climb into the upper 20s. Tomorrow night, the weather remains mostly cloudy and we stay dry. Overnight lows drop down into the teens. Wednesday, cloudy skies across the area, and it remains dry with temperatures close to 30 degrees on the winter solstice. As we look ahead, there is going to likely be a high impact weather event later in the week. We're looking at the time frame of Thursday night through Saturday, and it could involve a variety of different things. And it's early, but we wanted to give you some early ideas as to what we're talking about here. It looks like rain's around Friday, widespread soaking, potentially heavy rain, along with melting snow. Some strong winds are possible too. And we're seeing a very large drop in the temperature to follow this weather system, meaning we could be talking about a flash freeze Friday night. In addition to that, we could see some snow, but this looks primarily a rainmaker. Again, it's still several days away, but a lot of consistency here in terms of rain as we head into Friday afternoon. We will continue to keep you posted on this as we head throughout the week. Mostly cloudy tonight, down to 19. Tomorrow, a cloudy day. That's seasonably cool, a high of 29. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Again, looking at some dry weather for the short term. Thursday, a wintering mix is possible late, 37 for the high. It's windy. It's mild on Friday, rain. Then, of course, it gets much colder here. You can see that big drop in temperature. We get into the teens Friday night and teens on Saturday. Christmas Day looks cold with highs in the low 20s. In addition to that, it looks windy, so we'll have a pretty low wind chill to go along with that, but one day at a time.
So I know you said one day at a time, it's fine, but you look at Friday where it says 49 and then Saturday 17, that's a big drop fast.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that it could unravel from that, right?
Yeah, I could be talking about a lot of icy conditions here by Saturday morning. We'll keep you posted.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Bill. Well, the owners of a restaurant on Varick Street